has become so popular that it was even called by people like Harmars ki dawa. And it became every house would have Zinda Tilismath, at least in Hyderabad. Kuch bhi ho, Zinda Tilismath hai na, Zinda Tilismath hai na. Now, what do you actually mean by the word Zinda Tilismath? Zinda translates to living and Tilismath means magic. So this being our major product, which was launched by the founder, that is his picture in the background, Hakim Mohammad Moizuddin Faruqi. He was the person who invented this medicine. Hakim. Hakim is a title given to a person who practices in the field of Unani medicine. I'll just give you a brief history of Unani medicine. In India, we've got three major concepts of medicine. The number one is allopathy, which is the most modern and worldwide practice concept. Then we've got Ayurveda. Okay. Then we've got Unani. And then we've also got homeopathy. There are various concepts of medicine which are practiced. But in India, keeping the traditional practices, medicinal practices in mind, the most popular ones have been Ayurvedic and Unani. Unani medicine actually originated in Greece, Yunnan. And it came to India through the Mughals. When the Mughals, because we know that if you look back into our history, the Mughals were the people who came and who were the rulers of India. When they came, they brought in their own concept of medicine. Okay? And this concept was Unani concept of medicine. Based on this concept, इस concept में ये होता है कि basically herbal ingredients से दवाएं बनाई जाती हैं. The major concept is to use herbal ingredients to manufacture the products. और the जैसा कहते हैं आप दवाइयाँ जिसको कहते हैं या medicines are plant extracts. Okay? So all our products are based on this concept. So Hakim Saab was a practicing Hakim in early 19th century. He had his own small clinic in Moti Market. And then what he did is his ideology. He saw people from various classes, from high profile to low profile people coming for various ailments. तो उनकी आइडियोलॉजी यही थी कि एक ऐसी दवा को इन्वेंट किया जाए which can heal a variety of common ailments. जैसे आप कहते हैं one man show या one man thing. So that was his ideology कि people are coming for cold, people are coming for cough, people are coming with stomach disorders, people are coming with headache, people are coming with vomitings, diarrhea, diphtheria, various things. So he had the ideology to invent one such medicine which can serve a lot of ailments or at least give them a symptomatic relief and which should be affordable not only for people of one class but even for the local masses. ये उनकी idea थी. So he came up with this particular formula called as Zinda Tilismath. With his practice it became popular, Zinda Tilismath became popular. Then he laid the foundation of this factory. Karkhana ko bhi, if you translate in Urdu, it is called as factory. Okay. So Karkhana Zinda Tilismath was established in the year 1920. उससे पहले बहुत पहले he had invented Zinda Tilismath, maybe even 10-15 years back. So, but because 1920 this building, this foundation of the factory was laid, that is why we treated as the founding years of Zinda Tilismath in 1920 as the years of establishment of founding years, what we call it, about 98 years back, before independence. It was a time when the industrial revolution was happening. A lot of industries were coming, a lot of industries were evolving. So Zinda Tilismath was one such industry which evolved during that period. It was the Nizam's era. We all know about the history of the Nizam. The Nizam was very, very, the ruler, popular ruler, not only of the state of Deccan, but in India as well. It was a very rich state, a princely state. So Zinda Tilismath was invented during the Nizam's period, and it became so popular that the Nizam's crown, or the dastar which it is called, that was taken up as a trademark for Zinda Tilismath Karkhana. और the Nizam himself, जब Zinda Tilismath popular होते गया, लोग Zinda Tilismath को use करते रहे, and they found it to be a miracle cure. They got symptomatic relief, and it became so popular that the Nizam's own crown or dastar, which was called, was given by the Nizam himself as a trademark for Zinda Tilismath. देखिए ये है वो. That is the Nizam's cap or the Nizam's crown, which you call as a dastar. Until today, it has not remained. It has remained the same. We still use it. Now, people are quite intrigued by the sign of an African Negro. That is what it is. अब लोग मुझसे सवाल करते हैं, they ask me why was an African Negro symbol used in Zinda Tilismath? See, this symbol is not only used in Zinda Tilismath, it is there also in Farooqi, it is there in Zind, it is there. It has been a marketing logo. Now, you may ask, why did they use an African Negro for Zinda Tilismath? Now, again, going back to the history, when you have to look into the marketing aspect, okay, in 1920s, India was not an independent country, it was under the rule of the British. So there was a lot of influence of British models. Basically, female models used to be used in marketing those days. As we look into the historic marketing part, you will see blonde women for Lux, because Lux had come into existence, various soaps, creams, cosmetics. Major marketing was done by foreign women who had their hair blonde and smiling and showing products. But Hakim Saab, the founder of Zinda Tilismath, said, I would not like to use foreign people to marketize my products or female, because उस ज़माने में conservative mind thought हुआ करता था. He wanted something very attractive and unique. So these African Negroes, they were in the Nizam's army as a security guards. Okay, they were in the Nizam's army, and they were symbolic for trust, protection, and an overall good health. जब आप एक healthy army को देखते हैं, तो first उनको इस्तेमाल किया जाता था they were trusted for protection. And then when you looked after them, they had a very strong and healthy physique. So these three qualities, parallel qualities of trust, protection and good health, were symbolic to Zinda Tilismath. You trusted Zinda Tilismath. It protected and shielded you against ailments and various common ailments. And ultimately you could lead a healthy lifestyle by shielding yourself with the help of Zinda Tilismath. That is why an imaginary face of an African Negro was used, and even today it has been so remarkable that everyone is intrigued by the logo of an African Negro. So that was the idea to use. अब लोग ये stories बताते हैं कि Hakim Saab was a very good huntsman. He used to go, because hunting was allowed in those days and it was one of the sports done by people of those times. Hakim Saab once went into a forest, and there he saw an African Negro, and the African Negro gave the formula of Zinda Tilismath, which is not truth. These are all, as they say, cock and bull stories, or cooked up stories. 1920s में एक African Negro का तेलंगाना के जंगल में prevail होना तो नामुमकिन ही रहा. It is not. So that the only idea to use the face of an African Negro was the three prevalent qualities of trust, protection and good health. And it was very starky, is what they say, attractive. And people were intrigued कि क्यों उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया, अरे वो African Siddhi and all that. This is what it was, and until now we have it. I mean, 1920s, there was no Aishwarya Rai, there was no Amitabh Bachchan, there was no, now you have brand advertising. In those days it wasn't like that. Now there are basically 4 products which we manufacture. Number 1 is, as I told you, Zinda Tilismath. Okay. 98 years से इसकी पैकिंग में कुछ चेंजेस नहीं आए हैं. Earlier we used to make it into a glass bottle, but for consumer preferences, to avoid breakages and leakages, we have shifted into a PET bottle. Okay, these have been our customers' requirements, and keeping the customer's prerequisite in mind, that is how we have changed and we have evolved. Now our second product which we also manufacture is this one, which is called as Farokhi tooth powder. अब इसमें आपको दूसरे products भी हैं available in the market, मगर I'll tell you the uniqueness of Farokhi is it has 12 herbal ingredients, and along with that, Zinda Tilismath as a medicine goes into Farokhi. So that makes it unique. So Farokhi tooth powder has been our second product. This was also founded and launched by our founder Hakim Saab. This was formulated by him. So even today this stands almost 98 years old into the market. Then our third product, Zinda Balm, is very similar to Zandu Balm or Amrutanjan. It is a pain relieving analgesic, topical analgesic is what you would call. इसमें भी Zinda Tilismath को हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Okay, it is very good and very effective. This was launched in somewhere in 1970s. Okay, after Hakim Saab passed away, it was launched and formulated by his sons. The fourth product, is Zinda Tilismath, Zint throat soothers. अब आप पूछेंगे Zint क्या है? Zint is nothing but a sugar coated lozenge, which has got Zinda Tilismath in it. It is basically used for dry cough and throat pain. Okay, this is Zint throat soother. Then after being into the medicinal line for almost 98 years, for past 6 months we have also diversified, is what we could say, into making confectionery items by the name of Zint itself. Now we have also recently launched something which is called a Kacha Mango with Churan Candy. And then we have Kala Khatta with Churan Candy. These are also sold under the name of Zint. These are basically our 6 products which we have today, which we are serving into the markets. So Zinda Tilismath में basically 5 ही ingredients होते हैं. Okay, as I already told and mentioned, is eucalyptus oil, which is pale yellow in color. Okay, this is eucalyptus oil, number 1. Then these are the menthol crystals. Okay, eucalyptus oil comes from a place called Kunur, which we have been purchasing for past 45 to 50 years almost now, been a single supplier, and this is how it is pale yellow in color. इसके बाद we'll also see what are the properties, healing properties of this particular essential oil. And 70% of Zinda Tilismath is nothing but eucalyptus oil. Then we come to menthol crystals. Okay, menthol, suggestion from mint. Pudina is what it is called in Ayurvedic terms, and in Urdu it is called as Satte Pudina. Our third ingredient is camphor. Camphor is also coming from a camphor plant, and this particular camphor is suitable for human consumption, which I already told you, and it is of a BP grade, British Pharmacopoeia grade. Then the third ingredient is thymol. Thymol is the extract of juices of ajwain. Satte ajwain is what also it is called. And this is the last ingredient called as rangbasa or ratanjot or alkanet root. It looks like a bark of a tree, but it is actually a root. And this ingredient gives Zinda Tilismath this wine maroon color, and it is also effective. Not only does it act as a coloring agent, but it also helps in treating stomach ailments and disorders. It is a very simple process. Zinda Tilismath does not involve any heat or electricity process. It is only a process of dilution of ingredients. That is why when you enter the factory, you will not see any chimneys. It is only dilution. जैसा आप एक ग्लास पानी लीजिए, उसमें शक्कर डालिए, नमक डालिए और उसको छोड़ दीजिए. What happens? It automatically dissolves. Okay, now we are looking into the processing part of Zinda Tilismath. As I told you, the process of making Zinda Tilismath is just a dilution of ingredients. Neemgiri comes into barrels like these. And if you see the steel boxes behind me, these steel boxes act nothing but like a mixing bowl. Neemgiri is poured into these bowls, which is in a liquid form. Then we add to it menthol, thymol and camphor. Menthol, thymol and camphor are in crystallized forms. Okay? Once you add, जैसा आप एक ग्लास लीजिए, उसमें आप शक्कर और नमक को डाल दीजिए, what happens? It automatically dissolves. Similarly, in liquid Nilgiri oil, when you put menthol, thymol and camphor, it automatically dissolves. Then the Ranbasa or alkanet root is not dissolved. It is tied up into a cloth cotton bag and dipped into these steel tanks. And we leave it for 2 days, which is 48 hours. And then the Tilismath is ready. This is how it comes out like.
ये कॉटन डब्बे के अंदर बॉटल डाल देते हैं, तो डाल के ऐसा फिर इसको बंद कर देते हैं। बंद करने के बाद में फिर इसको दो साइड से, वन साइड ये टू साइड इसको सील करते हैं टेप लगा कर। ये है टेप का मशीन, ये टू साइड से इसको टेप से सील कर देते हैं। 8 वर्ष में ऐसे बॉक्स 74 बॉक्स बनाता है। 30 बॉक्सेस ये एक कॉटन के अंदर आते हैं।
Just say that as it is an old product, it's a Unani medicine, so we would like to educate people about this medicine. As you know, all the medicines like allopathic you take or any other medicines you take, it all has got side effects. Some of the other it has got side effects on the long run, fine, okay. But this medicine, it has got no side effects at all, and it has got no expiry at all. Just because of the weights and measures, government norm, we have to put a period of 3 years expiry minimum.
जैसे कि डायरिया है, वॉमिटिंग्स है, ईयर एक है, स्टमक डिसऑर्डर है, वॉमिटिंग्स वगैरह है, ऐसी चीज़ों के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ों के लिए यूज़फुल है वो। और ये जो आसानी से मार्केट में अवेलेबल है और इंस्टेंटली आपको रिलीफ देती है।
Can be used for cold, cough, stomach pain, stomach disorders, headache, body pain, muscular or joint pains, blocked nose, congestion, okay, vomiting disorders, ear pain, tooth pain. These are a variety, like you have about 15 to 14 common ailments which can be treated or you will give you symptomatic relief. Availability ऐसी है कि you will find it on every medical shop to general stores to everywhere where people are selling confectionery, where people are selling various things, small grocery shop to all medical stores. That is our logistic, our chains. Supply chain has been very strong, prevalent. We have been operating in the state of Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and in the state of Andhra Pradesh. These all 3 states we are registered GST dealers. Earlier we were VAT dealers. Now we do local sales in the state of Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Telangana. Other than these states also, we have certain dealers in the northern states and southern states. जैसा हमारा माल मद्रास को भी जाता है, हमारा माल दिल्ली भी जाता है, भोपाल भी जाता है, कोचिन भी जाता है. Various places wherever there is a demand, we send Zinda Tilismath and our other products by parcel. ये तो हो गई हमारी नेशनल मार्केट. अब इसकी पॉपुलैरिटी ऐसी है कि इवन इन आउटसाइड ऑफ इंडिया, इंटरनेशनली आप देखें कि जिंदा तिलिस्माथ विल बी अवेलेबल इन स्पेसिफाइड ग्रोसरी शॉप इन द यूएस, in UAE, in Middle Eastern countries, जैसा आप सऊदी अरब ले लें, even in grocery stores you'll find Zinda Tilismath and Faruqi tooth powder. In America, in Canada, we have got our prevalence. In Australia, we've got our prevalence. In markets को हम directly serve नहीं करते. We have our wholesalers who buy and they export it into these various countries. So internationally, we certain aspects our products are available. So today in the market we have been around 98 years we have been into the market, and अब मैं आपसे ये सवाल भी पूछ सकता हूँ कि आप हमें बताइए कि ऐसे कितने मेडिसिन या कितने ऐसे चीज़ें हैं which are similar to Zinda Tilismath, which are equally good of Zinda Tilismath, which can treat 15 to 16, one medicine which can treat 15 to 16 common ailments. अब आप मुझे सोच के बताइए. That is our reason, the uniqueness of ours to be in the market. That is why it is a living miracle or a living magic. This is the reason behind it. See, I don't challenge that there might not be anything like Zinda Tilismath, but I haven't come across as such. अगर आप जानते हैं तो I'm sure there are, but this is our uniqueness that we have survived and we have grown into the market. क्योंकि लोगों ने यही भी कहा है कि चिकनगुनिया एंड स्वाइन फ्लू के लिए जिंदा तिलिस्माथ है. हम नहीं कहते. कारखाना जिंदा तिलिस्माथ और इट्स मैनेजमेंट और इट्स स्टाफ नेवर हैज सेड दैट जिंदा तिलिस्माथ कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर ट्रीटिंग और क्योरिंग स्वाइन फ्लू और चिकनगुनिया. नो, वी नेवर से दैट, वी नेवर से. बट द यूजर्स हु हैव फेस्ड or have been diagnosed with chikungunya, swine flu and dengue, they use Zinda Tilismath. They have written letters to us. They called up and said we had a lot of relief. क्योंकि चिकनगुनिया, डेंगू और स्वाइन फ्लू जो है उसमें जो सिम्टम्स होते हैं it is nothing but common fever, cold, cough, body pain. These are all the common ailments of these specified viral infections. So they were using Zinda Tilismath and they got a lot of relief. Now the reason why is because of the ingredients. 70% of Zinda Tilismath has been Nilgiri oil, and Nilgiri oil has been researched vastly as an essential oil to treat viral infections. That is why this perfect combination of herbal ingredients gives relief not only for common ailments but also helpful, I repeat myself, helpful or symptomatic relief but not a cure for viral infections. Today a lot of people are talking about eco-friendly industries. Since 1920, we being a traditional industry, we are also an eco-friendly and an energy-saving industry. क्योंकि हम कोई heat और electricity process in making of Zinda Tilismath नहीं करते. There are no chimneys, there are no outlet wastages. That is why you could also address Zinda Tilismath as an energy-saving and an eco-friendly industry.